Were you ever told, or have you ever heard as a teenager, that period pain is just normal and something that you're going to grow out of, or perhaps that heavy periods are something which are going to get better as you get older? Well, a new survey carried out by the charity Wellbeing of Women has shown that that's actually not likely to be true. They surveyed around 3,000 girls between the ages of 12 and 18. With regards to period pain, almost all of them, about 97% of girls had experienced painful periods at some point, but about a quarter of those surveyed had painful periods every month. Now, when you asked the 12-year-olds, that was about 2 out of 10, but that increased to 3 out of 10 by the time we were asking 18-year-olds, showing that actually you're not growing out of it. If anything, it becomes more common as you get older. And of those girls, about 42% of them said that their pain was severe. When it came to heavy bleeding, about 1 in 20 12-year-olds reported heavy bleeding, and that increased to about 1 in 10 18-year-olds. Again, showing heavy periods don't get better as you get older. If anything, they seem to be getting slightly worse or more common. Now, it's one thing to have heavy periods or painful periods, but it's also really important that we know how much that's affecting your life and your ability to function. And actually, around 1 in 5 girls say that their periods are so bad that it leaves them essentially bedbound, that they are unable to function whilst they are bleeding. About 4 out of 10 girls said that it stopped them sleeping, that it stopped them eating. And around 1 in 9 said that when they had their periods, they felt that their lives were simply not worth living. Add to that the mental health burden of having heavy and painful periods, with symptoms affecting about 4 out of 10, saying they feel sad, they feel anxious, they feel low, and more. Many of you watching this will say, yes, I know. I have heavy periods, many of my friends have heavy periods, yes, we miss school, yes, we miss work. But actually it's really important that we do this kind of research so that we can then go and ask for what it is that we think will make a difference. Things like having period education in schools, things like having public health campaigns about periods, about encouraging GPs to ask about period symptoms at the natural checkpoints, the natural touch points where we might see you, for example, vaccinations or consultations around contraception. Period poverty is about lots of different things, but one of the things it's about is about missing school, missing education that then has an impact later in life. And about 1 in 3 girls miss school almost every month in relation to their periods. There are lots of reasons for heavy periods and painful periods. But the most important message that I want to tell you right now, if you identify with any of those numbers that I've just been talking about, is that you are never too young to have treatment for heavy or painful periods. If you're old enough to have a period, you are old enough to have a treatment to help you manage those periods. So if you are struggling, please get help.